Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah, and for today's video we're going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here. So this look, I just did a really blended out red smoky liner, and then I just paired it with a deeper red lip. I want to do something a little bit not so traditional for Christmas and a little bit more fun, and yeah, I really love how this look turned out. I hope you guys also love this look. Make sure to subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. And let's go ahead and get on with the tutorial, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already done this eye off camera. I just primed my eyes with a little bit of the Too Faced concealer. And I did my eyebrows with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So for this look, I did go in with this ABH Norvina palette, and this is the volume 1. This palette is so expensive and we're only using like 2 eyeshadows in it, so you can use really any eyeshadow palette you have that has some reds and some like deeper reds, so really any palette you have. But for the first thing we're going to go in with, instead of pulling another palette that has some neutral shades in it, we're going to go ahead and just go in with our bronzer. This is the Jouer Light to Medium Bronzer in Sunlight and Suntan. This is just the bronzer I'm going to use on my face. So you can use a neutral shade eyeshadow, or you can just skip this part in general. But I like to add a little depth into my crease and just kind of give it something, kind of add a little oomph to it. So I'm just going to add a little bronzer, just so it's not stark white. And that's pretty much all we're going to do with that crease shade for now. So now we're going to get into the harder part, I guess. So we're going to go into this palette. I don't know how to block the mirror. And we're going to go in the shade E5, which is like a really deep cranberry red. I don't really have like a super deep, dark, like true red. So if you do, use that. But I don't really have one in my collection, so I'm just going to use this one. And I really hope this look isn't pulling really pink on camera. So I'm going to go in with a R45 brush and go ahead and make my liner. I'm not going to be able to really talk during this part, but I'm really just going to do a winged liner. You can bring it in all the way, or you can stop at halfway. I stopped at halfway, but whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start making my liner. And since we're using eyeshadow instead of cream, it's a little bit easier. You have more time to work with it because a cream a lot of times is going to set down and it's not such full pigments. And it's just a little bit easier to blend with an eyeshadow. But again, you can use cream if you have it and you want to. Okay, so now that we have it in kind of where we want it, we are going to go back in and kind of blend and darken it eventually, but we're going to go ahead and start blending that shade out. So I'm going to go in with the M431, which is just a really tiny pencil brush. This is by Morphe. And I'm going to go back in with this palette, and I'm going to go into the red, which is D3. And then I'm also going to mix E2, which is just a like almost like a sunset orange. You don't have to mix in the orange, but I feel like with this, since this isn't like a super, I feel like when you start blending out red, it can easily turn pink. So I feel like going in with that orange kind of keeps it more orangey red instead of going really pink. Because when I first started doing this, I noticed it was going almost a little pink. And that is not what I want at all. I want to keep this as red as I possibly can. So I'm just going to mix in some of that orange. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start on the liner and a little bit above it and start blending that out. And kind of just meshing those two shades together. But you are going to lose some of that deeper shade that we put on, like I said. So don't worry about that. We're just going to focus on kind of blending that out and getting this lighter shade to where we want it. So we're gonna go back in with that deep shade already and just kind of deepen that up a little. It is an eyeshadow, so it will fade. So we are going to go back over it. Okay, and for this look, I do want to go ahead and clean it up. You can wait till the very, very end, but I want to go ahead and clean it up with a makeup wipe so we can assess what it's looking like, really see if we need to darken it, blend it out more, see what we need to do. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to put it with my fingernail, and I'm going to use my fingernail to clean this up. I do have some fallout. I would say with this look, you definitely want to do your face last and do your eyes first, because more than likely you're going to have some fallout. So again, I'm going to clean this up. Ooh, that's sharp. We love to see it. So I think this one is actually a little bigger, but you know, with winged eyeliner, you kind of just have to accept some of the flaws with it, because it's going to be hard to get it exactly the same. But I do want to take this one in just a little longer, because I think it's a little bit further in on this side. I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I really need to get a new one. I feel like when I got this one, it was a little bit dried out already. I don't know if it sat on the counter for a while, but I feel like it dried up. I can't even get it open. So I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. So for primer today, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. Since it is getting colder where I live, I feel like I can use this primer a little bit more. It is a very hydrating primer. So if you have drier skin, or if you just like to wear hydrating primers, you probably really like this one. So for the pores and kind of mattifying, I've been loving this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the blurring one. I think I mentioned, did I use it in the last video or something? I think I used it in my last makeup tutorial, which I'll put somewhere in the video if you're curious. I think I said this one is very much like the Smashbox one, the Oil and Shine Control, which I love that primer because this one is silicone free. It's kind of got more of like a gel cream texture. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it fills in the pores so nicely. But it doesn't make my makeup slip and slide all over the place. It just kind of fills in the pores and perfects the skin. Real fast before we go with foundation, I've been breaking out really bad from the mask and just wearing a mask all day long, which I know a lot of people are really struggling with lately. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of concealer before we go in with foundation, just so it really covers and smooths it out. All of these are flat. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with a little concealer. So this is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. I really do like this concealer. I like that it's that matte finish. It's almost like a powder airbrush finish. So I really like to use this on blemishes or underneath the eyes. So we're going to go in with a little flat concealer brush. Don't want to use this. Actually, I'm just going to use my finger, which might not be the most sanitary thing, but I also don't want to touch a brush to my blemishes. So we're just going to apply it really on the ones that need it the most. If you have any secrets for not from breaking out from masks, then let a girl know. And don't you tell me to wash my masks. I wash my mask all the time. I just can't stop breaking out. And I don't know what to do. I'm kind of just blending that out with my finger. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going in with foundation, and you don't really want to take the coverage away from the blemish. So you want to be kind of gentle with this part. You could have let it dry down and that would have added even more coverage, but it's okay. But for foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I think I used the L'Oreal one, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear in my last video, and I really love that one, but I also like this one. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. So this is for normal to oily. I don't feel like this one is a complete matte. I feel like really any skin tone or skin type could use this one. It's really affordable. It has really good coverage, and I feel like it's kind of more of a like satin matte to a demi matte. So yeah, I really like this one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with the brush. I've been really liking to do that lately. If I can find my brush. So I'm gonna go with my Morphe M4 39. Okay, now I'm just gonna finish blending it out with my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. Just to make sure we're really nice and blended and there's no extra foundation sitting on the skin. Okay, so for concealer, we're gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I have two shades. I have Cloud and I have Swan. I like Cloud for more of like a lighter brightener shade, and then this one I like to really conceal and correct. So I'm gonna do like a dot of this, like here, just where it's like the bluest. And then for the rest of my face and to brighten underneath eyes, I'm gonna go in with Swan, or no, Cloud. So that one was Swan and this is Cloud. I do really like this concealer. It's more of a hydrating concealer. It has really nice coverage, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let that sit for just a second and then I'll blend it out here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my sponge and start blending this out. I always do my eyes and my nose last because that's where I get the most, or I want the most coverage. So I always just give that the most time to sit. But this concealer blends like honestly like a dream. Just gonna dot or kind of my sponge onto this towel a little bit just so it's we don't have so much of that foundation, and then we're gonna go back over and blend that out. So for powder, I'm gonna go with my Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Pro Filter setting powder, and I have the shade Butter. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on my damp sponge. I'm just gonna take that underneath the eye. I don't think I'll bake today. I really haven't been doing it too much lately, but we'll see, I might. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and go in with bronzer. I'm just gonna take it on my Morphe 527. This is the one I always use for my bronzer. I love it. And I'm just gonna mix these two together in the Jouer palette that we use on our eyes. So I do have a couple blushes pulled. I really don't know what kind of blush I even want to do with this look. I have the Kosas, hold on, my eye's trying to water. The Kosas, this is the Color and Light Cream, and this is an 8th Muse. I just don't know. This color might be not right. No, this is like too pink, I feel like. We're gonna skip that one for today. I think we're just gonna go in with this Anastasia blush trio and Peachy Love. And I think I'm just gonna mix. I think I'm just gonna mix these two. I don't want anything too crazy for blush since we have such a like kind of bold eye, and I want to do a bold lip. So we're just gonna kind of keep the blush a little bit more subdued. I'm gonna kind of bake a little bit underneath my contour just because I feel like I need it a little. So I'm just taking that same Fenty Beauty powder, but just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna bake underneath my eyes today. I don't know if I want to do red on my lower lash line or if I want to keep it nude. So I think I'm gonna go with this red. This is Joyride. It's a little bit deeper. Hopefully it's not too like cranberry. No, that works. I just really don't want it to get too bottom heavy, I guess. So I think I'll just take a little bit of the deeper red and then blend it out with more of our bronzer, so it doesn't get too like bottom heavy, because I don't like the way that looks on me. So I'm gonna go in with our deepest shade, which was E5 in the Anastasia palette. And I'm gonna keep this on the outer part too. I'm not gonna bring it all the way in. And I'm gonna take a different pencil brush. This is from Lavish. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I'm gonna take this bronzer and I'm just gonna mix those two and just blend it out so we don't have a harsh line or anything. Okay, I don't really love this pencil brush. This side doesn't look as good, just don't pay attention to it. My eye is trying to water. Actually, I don't have like a highlight. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with this Jaclyn Hill palette because I don't have a highlight shade with me. And I'm just gonna highlight my inner corner a little bit. If I can find a brush, that'd be terrific. And I'm just gonna take Gleam, the first shade, and highlight in the inner part of my eye. Oh, that's so annoying that it's trying to water. Okay, I'm gonna spray the face with a little bit of Urban Decay All Nighter. I forgot that we had powder underneath here. Why didn't you tell me? Lips. I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Cosmetics Bite Me Lip. Oh gosh, can I get this open? I don't know how this is gonna look, but we're just gonna go for it. So I went ahead and filled in my lips with that lip liner. Now I'm gonna go with the liquid lipstick. Again, this is in the shade Bite Me. Okay guys, so that is the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like how this look turned out. I feel like it's very like fun holiday makeup look. The next one I do will probably be a traditional classic holiday makeup glam, but make sure to let me know in the comments anything else you want to see that is Christmas inspired. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.